Hi and welcome to Mountains for Everybody YouTube channel and site. Today I have a video about some questions related to bivouacs that I have seen on some Facebook groups. So after being involved in some discussion there, I decided to write a post about bivouacs. So the title of the post in my site is "A Night in a Mountain Bivouac, What Is It Really Like?" I realized that it would be good to have such a text because for many people bivouacs are something that they know or have no experience or knowledge, and I thought I could provide some material here from my first-hand experience. So I have a long post here with many photos of bivouacs that I visited, photos from outside and also from its inside, and you will see I shall walk you through the text with many subheadings here discussing different topics that are related to bivouacs and what to expect there. So I start here already from the top of this post with this photo which I took quite long ago in a bivouac in the Swiss Alps, well over 3000 meters elevation, a beautiful igloo type bivouac with places for, you see, beds are around and that there is a stove in the middle, beautiful place. So I start with this question, how is it in a bivouac? And I can tell you these are normally mountaineering bivouacs or hiking bivouacs, but typically at high elevations, and this means cold at night. So this would be a very short answer. However, during the day, these places can be really pleasant. In in many cases, especially in Italian Alps, there are metal containers, orange or red, sometimes yellow or gray, and this is one typical example. As you see, incredible location. This is Bivouac Suringar on Yoff di Montasio. I took the picture from my tour to the summit. And then you see here another example. This is bivouac in Slovenian Alps. Again, this is alpinistic bivouac, metal container, but with a wood stove inside. And this is a big difference because here you can really heat, and this is how the stove looks like. I had fire here and I really had pleasant hours in this place. You see it's located in the forest, but actually the rocks are directly above. Now here is yet another example of a bivouac with a sort of stove inside. You see this is made of stone, and then you have this metal plate so you can cook and enjoy your stay in the bivouac. Yet another example, this is again over 3000 meters, Bivouac Battaglione Ortles bivouac, built completely from the material left from the World War I. So when I was there, I made fire because there is a stove inside. However, it's a really cold place. The day was not great. The planks that I collected around were wet and didn't create good fire and so on, so it was not so great place. Sometimes when you have bivouac that has a wood stove inside, it can really be unpleasant because it smells on smoke. So this is one example. This is one bivouac from above the Livigno area, and it's quite new and modern inside, and there is somebody here sleeping on this platform. There is a stove here, and you cannot imagine how bad this smells inside. On one occasion, I went there actually to spend night, but I realized that I couldn't sleep because it was so smell. The smell was really bad. Now, how is it in a bivouac when it rains? I would say these are the moments when you really understand and appreciate bivouacs. Without them, sometimes we are simply totally vulnerable, and some of the best moments that I have had in the mountains were in bivouacs when the storm was outside. If you are sensitive to snoring, then it can be really unpleasant inside. Here in the text that I have in front of me, I describe one episode from this beautiful bivouac called Val, which is almost at 3,000 meters, close to Spluga Pass. A lot of snoring and sleepless night. So this is reality. If you are sensitive, have your tent with you, and if you realize that the bivouac is full to many people, it's better to put tent outside and then have quiet night. How about water in bivouac? Well, in this particular case, for example, there was a water stream here above the bivouac, so I took water from there, but I never actually drink water without purifying it. I have a filter purifier and I always pass water through it. But sometimes you can simply take snow. This is from Bivouac Battaglione Ortles. I took snow and then melted and have my coffee. Do you need a sleeping pad in a bivouac? So this is view in one of them. This is typical alpinistic bivouac, Bivouac Origati in the Dolomites. And you see what you have here. Beds with mattresses, quite thick mattresses, comfortable blankets, and also pillows in many bivouacs of that time. So you don't need your own mattress. But sometimes, for example, in this bivouac where I spent night in Slovenian Alps, there are only wood platforms, so you need your own pad. Otherwise, it will be uncomfortable. In this place, for example, you don't have anything to any bed. So you see, this is again in Livigno area, beautiful stone building but small, and there is a stove inside, and this is the remaining part, some pieces of furniture. And if you want to sleep here, you would have to sleep on the floor. So you would need your pad. Is it clean in a bivouac? I would say that I'm actually, from my experience, it's very positive. I am surprised how people respect the place where they spend night. They clean everything, and when you enter after that, you see that everything is tidy. And although this is one example, it can be old stuff inside, not really clean, but at least there are no, you will not see trash at all. So this particular is below the summit of Tofana di Dentro in the Dolomites, and this is how it looks from outside. You see, it's actually built in a cave. This is the place from the World War One. There was a military barrack here, and this is actually the bivouac now. Look at this beautiful example. This is something from Julian Alps, and a beautiful bivouac on the top of a mountain with beautiful bedding. Everything is great, but here especially you would want to bring your own sleeping bag to preserve all this and to keep it clean. About health hazards, well, that's an interesting topic. I have seen somebody's video and I missed to save it and to add it here in the post. The person was recording during the night, and there were mice around, walking everywhere over the table and so on. So, yes, there could be health hazards, and here is one example again. This is from the Dolomites. This is the door of a bivouac, and you clearly see that some animals get inside when people are not there. So when I was writing this text, I tried to find the potential problems diseases that you can have, and there is quite a list of them. I cannot say much, but this is a detailed description of what you can have. I'm not a medical doctor, I'm a theoretical physicist. I must say that I have actually seen one mouse here. I was here last summer. This is almost 2,500 meters elevation, and I spent night here because this was the only flat place where I was able to put my tent. And when I was preparing stuff, I saw a mouse here underneath this rock. So I hung everything above because I was concerned that it could damage my equipment. There are also dead flies. Sometimes when you are first in the season and you open a bivouac, you will then see them many. And actually I added here a video of some people who are cleaning tons of dead flies, and apparently there is some health hazard issue here as well, and I added everything about this that I could find. What if the bivouac is full? Well, if it is full and if it is dark outside, you have to stay inside. You cannot go back. Sometimes you have plenty of space to sleep on the floor. So you see, this is Bivouac del Apache in the Dolomites. There is actually more place on the floor, which is wood. So why not sleeping on the floor? In any case, you cannot go outside. There is also a long table here, benches, so you can use this to spend the night. Sometimes you will see nasty comments, go home, this is for real alpinists. Of course, it's best to ignore such nonsense. These bivouacs are for everybody. How about toilets? Well, you don't have them. I have seen only a few bivouacs where you have outhouse around somewhere close, but this is very primitive and this is the best that you can have. So you should know that people have to go when they have to go. So the area around the bivouac can be really contaminated. So be careful when you take snow or water for cooking. Is there cooking equipment in bivouacs? Of course, plenty of them. This is one that I took in Igloo, this the Pantalons Blancs in the Swiss Alps. A lot of stuff here, wood stove, gas stove, pots, and so on. Are they free to use? Many of them are free to use. In some of them, you will have a box on the wall where you can put some money, offerte in Italian, and it's fair to put some money if you spend night there. Then my favorite bivouacs, well, I have them a few. I really cannot decide. This is Bivouaco Luca Vuoric in Julian Alps on the top of a mountain. What you see here, I think, is Jof Fuart. Then there is this spectacular buffa, the Bivouaco Buffa di Pereiro on Monte Cristallo in the Dolomites, and something totally different, bivouac below Švik in Slovenian Alps. You see, these are currently my favorite bivouacs. I love them. Beautiful places. So I think I would stop here, and I would invite you to follow the link below the video and come here and read more about all this here, because this is really a long text, and there are links from here to some of these bivouacs where they are described in detail. Thank you for watching. If this was useful to you, please give me a like, and also I would invite you to join my Facebook group, Dolomites Visitors Hub. There is a link here in the text. So to help me growing this group that I started recently. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time.